clutch, I'ma shine out. Working hard, yeah, I'm back on my grind now.
Coach, there will be time for reflection, certainly as the season goes on, but for what might be the final time in the East Bay, it is opening night of the NFL season here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Denver Broncos. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down here as the penalty flags come in right away, and we may have a face mask here right at the start. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Carr on the give. It's Washington. Justin Simmons up from his safety spot to make the tackle. Well, unless there's a postseason meeting later in the year, this is most likely the final time that the Broncos and Raiders will play in Oakland. Of course, so much history between the two since their inaugural season in the AFL back in 1960. Broncos and Raiders, they've been locked together in the same division, facing off twice a season. And this rivalry also stands as the most common pairing for Monday night games like we have here, 18 times, the most of any two teams.
52 is the mic right here, over there, right? 52.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6. To throw is Carr. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory.
Down. 18 Gator. 80 weapons. Hey, exit. Look, squeeze.
Here's Locke back near his goal line. Oh, he's going to take a shot right. It got his man complete. Look at this, middle of the field, a breakaway. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point from McManus is good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Let's go, boy. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because the nerves should be settled now. That first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. Derek Carrier, the one he was looking for. And that takes us from second to third down.
Down. 180. 734. 34's the right.
On play action, it's Carr. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski. That's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, we're good.
Working from the gun, it's Carr. And he will find his man on the end route, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Mike 34. Nice, sweetheart. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Kill.
On first, here's Washington. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
What now? Hey, Raider 2. 34's the Mike. He's an alpha. Hey, let's get in them holes. Mike 34. Scoot. Good track.
On 2nd and 11 now. Carr. Caught left side, Williams. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play that time for the Raiders, and even 40 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
The Raiders into the red zone for the first time. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. Shotgun now for Carr. And that's going to be caught for a Raider touchdown. Des Bryant there to make the grab as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And last time, the formula was pretty simple. One-play drive, long pass. Maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things.
It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. Making quite a splash with his second touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. McManus's point after is good. And it's now 21-7. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Raiders take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll run with Crowell. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
I'm coming. Mike 34. Hey, Zoo. Ain't no such thing.
On 2nd and 7, Carr. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 27-yard line. Well, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
Carr now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard, 27 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
And the Broncos first down.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. On second down, a run with Lindsey. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And the Raiders call on a nickel set here for third down.
Hey, box truck. Check, 59.
Throwing his lock on third down. Oh, he's going to go for it all. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's fourth down. Second-year punter Colby Wadman out there now for the Broncos. Back deep for the Raiders, Dwayne Harris. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
Let's go, team.
Now a first carry for their fullback. He'll try to get forward, but he's going to be stopped in his tracks at about the 3. Adam Gotsis, the big Aussie, in on the tackle.
What down? 180. Let's go. 618. 52.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. He'll find his running back here, Richard. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover. The angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Second quarter from Oakland, the homestanding Raiders with the football here as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Hey, Echo.
Now Carr. Man open left side. It's Williams. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 down at the 39. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
And the Raider first down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Draw play, Crowell. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. No luck whatsoever there on the draw.
Yeah, they're supposed to use their aggressiveness against them. That was the hope. But maybe they had too big of a meal last night. A half step slow, and he ends up running right into the meat of the defense.
Throwing on second down. Carr. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 16 yards, a first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old receiver. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 45-yard line. Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this first down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. He was brought down there by Will Parks.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
Now, 93.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Carr, and he fires one that's intercepted. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. There he goes right side. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. So now 2 pick sixes that he's thrown in this first half of play. Where do you go from here?
Well, number one, make sure you keep your poise. Make sure you go to the sideline after throwing this second one, and you look like you're still in charge, that you're still the guy, because your team's going to feed off of you. And if you're having your hands on your head or shaking your head and walking with your head down, guess what? They're not going to rally at all.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. Right? Good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So the last one didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Carr now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10.
Hey, wahoo! He's coming. Check him. Come to my work. We want.
From the gun, it's Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. The sack there by Bradley Chubb.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield, get after the quarterback.
It's been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And that is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
This is fielded at the 7. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Lock and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And a good job by the Raider defense yet again as they drop him for a 2nd straight loss. The tally there, -2 yards, brings up 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd and long, it's Locke. Screen pass to Lindsey. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down right around the 18-yard line. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, standing right on his own 5-yard line. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Harris now to return. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So 2nd and 8 here after the pass play for 2 yards on first down.
You're mine. He's coming. Check in. Check in.
Play action. Now it's Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all. And I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Carr. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Taken in at the 11. That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a first down. Roughing, it is a first.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play.
Carr's throw caught by Grant. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 10 more there and another first down. On first down, Carr. And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Bradley Chubb, his 2nd sack of the night. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. From midfield, here's Carr. Looking middle, and that's complete. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
734. Go, go.
Throwing on first down is Carr. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half.
They can't stop the franchise.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have reached halftime. All right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Broncos onto the field ready to start their next drive. They had a big first half. Now they have a chance to add to that lead here in the opening possession of the second half.
And everyone always asks about halftime adjustments, kind of the key phrase. What did you do at halftime? Well, the way they ran offense in the first half, I think they were very calm, congratulatory, but also what they were saying is don't expect them to be the same on defense. They'll be the ones making the adjustment.
And down he goes, brought down a Raiders sack. Cleveland Farrell brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career. And the Raiders call on a nickel set for third down.
Pick it up. Mike, check. 59. Mike,
From the gun on third down, Locke. He'll let this thing go for Sanders. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now, give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away.
let's go, boy. Let's go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. On 2nd and 12, Carr. And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down.
Well, there's no doubt in my mind that he dreamed of this. How about this for your debut? Second sack in the opener.
Yeah, it's great to get one. That's memorable. 2? Hello.
Now, he dreamed about it. He thought about it. Did he ever expect it to happen? Probably not.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
First down, Broncos.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run. It's Lindsey. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. We talked about Philip Lindsay so much last year, but it bears repeating. Undrafted in 2018, the Broncos would sign him in May, and that was a good decision. He would have a 1,000-yard season, 9 touchdowns en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. So from undrafted to playing in the Pro Bowl in 10 months, that's pretty clean living for Philip Lindsay. And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Locke going to try and throw on third down. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's got the first down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
Down. 60 or.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And this will be taken across midfield and into Raider territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 48-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Watch the out. Watch the out. Greystone, travel.
A carry for the Northern California native, Devontae Booker. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop it. Lock now on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was trying to find Noah Fant, the tight end, but it'll be second down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Clock will try again on 2nd down. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off by Gary and Conley. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Carr. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Will Parks.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
After the turnover, here's Locke. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. From 17 yards out. And the Broncos use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Those first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Call that a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now into 3rd.
And partner, I think that was a great example. That not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The last play on the completion got him half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Carr. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he's got some space here. A big play that time for the Raiders. 43 yards. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Jalen Richard already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Raiders get a score closer. Carlson on for the PAT. And that one makes this an 11-point deficit now. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. That's fielded in the end zone. Shedding the tackler, and it gives him some room. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Yeah, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
Now a hit and a loose football. It's picked up by the Broncos. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. And careless with a football there on the kick return.
And one thing I love about going to practices is trying to get around coaches and hear their catchphrases and what they really emphasize. We haven't been to a single one yet this year where a guy fielding a kick, you don't hear, tuck it away, tuck it away, tuck it away. And this time, they turned it over.
All security eluded him. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Here's Locke to throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Cleveland Farrell in there to record the second sack of his young NFL career. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Locke working out of the gun. And that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check in. Let's go. Express. Defense.
Here's Carr to throw. That one caught. It's the rookie Hunter Renfrow. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big pickup of 38. Now, defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the fourth, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
23 yards on the play. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage.
After a play like that, there should be congratulations all the way around, I think, because if you can stop a big fullback like that, that's not easily done.
Yeah, he does not go down easily. You're right, but he did there. This is Richard, and he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Jalen Richard with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Raiders make some inroads here on that deficit. Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead will be cut down to 14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Broncos are going to get the football. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Ready?
On 2nd down, here's Locke. And the Raiders have got him. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
Okay, you know my bias is about to come out here. A lot of people think that the offense is just moving in the wrong direction. I'd say they're moving in the right direction because the defense is pushing them back.
Former defensive guy. Now, as a quarterback, 3rd and long, you really got to rally the troops here, don't you?
Yeah, you're doing a big way, and what else do you have to look out for? More pressure coming at you because it seems to be working pretty well.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Derek Carr, 3 fourth-quarter comebacks for the Raiders last year, and they only won 4 games total, so they've got some experience dealing with tight ones. Now he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 30 big ones. Now Carr, what a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
Monday, down. 180, 29. 29. Watch the screen. Hey, Delta. Well, Mike.
Carr now on 1st down. Man open left side, it's Williams. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Carr to throw again. And his throw is incomplete.
So it looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Carr going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and that will force a turnover on downs.
60 Pittsburgh.
On 1st down, Lindsey. Vontez Burfict, the one to get him down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
This is Freeman. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
Throwing his lock on 3rd down. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
I think when they get back in the huddle, the question will be, why did you throw that one? The coverage was incredible all over him. The only thing he didn't do after he caught the ball as a defender was get his feet in bounds. That should have been a turnover.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter. And a pause in the action because the booth, they see something that they want to take another peek at to find out if this was a touchdown or not. So on now is Brandon McManus. He has hit from as far away as 57, but that was in Denver. This to make it a 3-score game late. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that will extend their lead even further. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So this one will wind up a Denver victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just one. So for Denver, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road.